Jason, too. What did you call me?
I know, it makes me want to. Park. My name is Tracy Meyer. I'm very glad to see all of you here today. This project represents the second project between the City of Wilmington and New Hanover County. It's an amazing project, one in which a lot of people are going to benefit. It's a great accomplishment for both parties. And it gives me great pleasure today to introduce our first speaker, Bo.
Thank you. Oh, this is a beautiful day here in the city of Wilmington. Another great, beautiful day in the city of Wilmington. And another great facility where the mayor can come and lose some weight. And I'm losing it. I'm losing it. Thank you, Jason, for forcing me to lose it. But I would like to recognize several council members and commissioners that are with us here today. I'd like to recognize Council Member Ronald Sparks, who is with us. Ronald, where are you? Oh, you're right behind me. There you go. Mayor Pro Tem Earl Sheridan, who's with us today. Councilmember Kevin O'Grady, who is with us today. Kevin, there you go. And of course, Councilmember Laura Padgett, who's also with us here today. Laura, welcome. Also like to recognize commissioners who are with us today. Bill Castor, Commissioner Castor, there in the back that rode his bike here. Man of health. Vice Chairman Jonathan Barfield, who is with us today. There's Jonathan. Jonathan, good to see you. Commissioner Bobby Greer, long-serving county commissioner. There you go, Bobby. Good to see you. Of course, our Bruce Shell, our county manager. There's Bruce right there in the back, who's with us today. Dorothy DeShields with our school board, our elected official here with our school board. Dorothy, welcome. This is obviously a great day. This is another collaborative effort on behalf of the city and the county. And I want to thank the city and the county management for working together on this. You know, sometimes people think we fight with each other, but we don't. We work together for the betterment of the entire community, and that's a good thing when we can see things like this come to fruition. I also want to recognize the Commission on African American History that is with us here today, and of course relatives and friends of Althea Gibson. What an honor it is to name this beautiful facility after her. Empie Park has always been known as the place in the community for tennis. And this project, we took it, we enhanced it, we made it better, and I think it's something that all of the community is going to be very proud of. It's always gratifying to me as the mayor when we see our bond projects come to fruition, when we see ourselves working together, taking care of the taxpayers' money to make things happen in the community. And you know, the thing that I'm most proud of it is this was not something that was a decision by the city council or the county commissioners. This was a decision to spend this money by the citizens and the citizens of Wilmington and the residents of the county of New Hanover that went to the polls in May of 2006 and overwhelmingly voted 2-1 to spend this money to improve our recreational facility and improve our green space throughout this entire region, to improve upon our quality of life. And that is who we owe a great debt of gratitude is to the citizens of our community. The other important element that I want to recognize about this project is that it provided the opportunity, as I said before, to work with the county. We've got several different projects that we're working on, not just Empie Park and the Olson Park and different aspects of the Cross City Trail and what have you, but we're working together on a lot of different things. And as I've told the chairman and the chairman before him is, when we can find things that we can work together on, we should. And we'll have our disagreements, and let's just leave those things in the back, because we'll never agree to those things. But the things we do agree on, we should work together toward making come to fruition and helping us. So this complex is not only going to serve the citizens of the city of Wilmington, but also the citizens of the county of New Hanover. The Althea Gibson Tennis Complex has 10 new courts that bring us a total of 18 total courts in this entire complex. And you can see the nice thing I like about them is they're blue, Carolina blue. Was that to say I'm a Carolina fan? I'm a UNCW fan. So I want to make certain people know that I'm a W man. They have a beautiful clubhouse behind me here. And we've also made improvements to stormwater, something that we would never been able to do otherwise, which is a great thing. We also have 2 new basketball courts with lights that are over to the side over here. I feel like I'm radioactive. But that's a great thing to have those tennis courts moved over there, because I do remember playing basketball here one day when I saw Michael Jordan when he was a young man playing at Laney High School, and he dunked on me. So that bad memory now has moved to the back of the park. I would also like to acknowledge some of the contractors that have worked on this particular project. Cape Fear Paving, I want to recognize Justin Barr, who's the construction superintendent, and Reynolds Myers, who is the assistant superintendent on this particular project. Thank you for all your hard work and dedication. I also like to recognize the engineering firm of W.K. Dixon and Company, and Dennis Friend, who is the project manager with W.K. Dixon. Thank you for your help on this particular project. Also from BMH Architects, Matt Willard, who was the architect on this project, and what a great job he did. I would also like to thank and acknowledge Tara Duckworth and Amy Beatty, the project managers for this complex. You guys did a tremendous job, and we're very proud of all of your hard work and dedication in making this come to life. I also want to recognize Nina Johnston and the city park staff for all of your hard work and dedication in this. Marion Doherty for helping put this together. You guys did a magnificent job. I can't thank you enough. I want to also thank all of the city and county staffs and the committee members who have assisted in making this project come to fruition. So with that, I'm going to turn it over to the chairman of the county commissioners, my skinny friend, Mr. Jason Thompson. Welcome, Jason.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. Is there anybody in the crowd who was at the Olson Park dedication that we had a few weeks ago? Yeah, I know some of you, the elected officials, but I kind of complained. I said, listen, I got all the boring stats and figures at this dedication, and the mayor got to talk about all the beautiful poetry of what this ball field is going to be. So at the next one, I'd like to be able to talk about all the good things and kind of give the mayor, not that it's not important, but, you know, the architects and where the fields are. And now that I have to follow him after hearing all of his poetry, I think we could work better, Mr. Mayor, as a city and a county, as if I just didn't have to speak at the same event you do, because it's killing me. It's killing me. So let me try to get along. And then once again, boy, you steal half of my stuff. I think you read mine ahead of time, Mr. Mayor. It's very sneaky how you do that. What a beautiful day, and what a great jewel this is going to be in the city of Wilmington, which is one of the jewels in the crown that is New Hanover County, because after all, we are underneath it all. So with that being said, historically, tennis has been known as the sport of a lifetime. And I think we're going to see that. Matter of fact, I looked at the courts behind us already on this morning. Every court is full and people are playing back there. And tennis can be played by just about anyone at, and this is good news for some of the members of your team that are competing against me, Mayor. It doesn't matter what your fitness level is. Tennis, you know, you can play at any time. And I was thinking it might be a good idea for your team and mine to come out here and we'll have a tennis match. I'm not sure how, round robin. We'll see how we do. The Althea Gibson Tennis Center is going to provide several generations of youth and adults an opportunity to participate in this lifetime sport. And I don't think there's any more that needs to be said. You can look through this crowd. I know that in the sphere that I run in, all the ladies, the men in my neighborhood and the clubs I'm associated with, they are all playing tennis all the time. So this is a sorely needed upgrade to our tennis system, and it's such a good thing that it's here today. Just last year, 5,200 people locally played in the USTA tennis here in Wilmington. And this center will provide an opportunity for local players to participate in the organized and recreational play, and it's going to be large enough to host state, regional, or national tournaments. And that is a good thing for the city and for the county, because that's economic development. This is going to be an engine that's going to spur economic growth and development in our community. We're very grateful for it. Of course, the mayor already talked about this, but this project couldn't have come to fruition without the support of you, the citizens, in the 2006 Parks, Bonds, and Greenspace referendum. And we're so grateful that you passed that. Now you're seeing what you get for those bonds. I'd also like to recognize the Greater Wilmington Tennis Association, who have done so much to make this a reality through their time, their efforts, and actually they've donated nearly $50,000 to the completion of this project. So Greater Wilmington Tennis Association, thank you very much. And at this time, I'd like to welcome Yona Barzeev from the GWTA to say a few words. Thank you very much.
I definitely do not have any poetry. So, in the name of the thousands of adults and children who play tennis in this town, we would like to thank the county, the city, and the citizens who voted for it. But this is just the beginning. We like to do a lot more. If you see all the space here, and you'll see more information inside. The phase 2 of this project, with the help of everybody, we will have 5 clay courts that are very good to people my age, maybe not for the mayor and Jason, but good for me. And we're also talking about the lifestyle and education building that will be named after Althea Gibson. But more important is that the community worked on it together. The city did the work, the county helped us, and it is a lot of people get involved in it. We just put together an advisory board that's going to help us to raise. We need to raise $750,000 to finish the project. We already got $120,000 in the bank. Thank you very much. Anybody has checks, I accept today. What I would like to take this minute and introduce the 2 co-chairs for the fundraising. Mr. George Roundtree III, who wasn't able to be here today because he is in court, hopefully just doing a case, and Mr. Landward Simpson. Landward, where are you? Right here. Thank you. Again, in the name of all the tennis players here, we needed it, and the best news for today is just yesterday we got an official announcement that the North Carolina Tennis Association Combo Championship that will have 2,200 players are going to come here November 2011 and November 2012. Our best estimate that this is another $5 million in economic stimulant to the city and the county. Thank you, everybody. Just do me a favor later, when you look through the stuff, we have a lot of information about the center and what we're going to do, and together with the city and the citizen, that's going to be the best center east of 95. Thank you.
From the Commission on African American History, I'd like to welcome to the podium Mr. Atiba Johnson.
A little shorter than these taller guys here. Good morning. A few facts about Ms. Gibson. Althea Gibson came to Wilmington, North Carolina in 1946 under the guidance and support of Dr. Hubert Eaton Sr. While here, she attended Williston Industrial High School. She graduated from Williston Industrial High School in 1949. After she graduated, she received a full scholarship, and she pursued a PE major to Florida A&M. The amazing thing about this is Ms. Gibson graduated 10th in her class. That's amazing. She was a trailblazing athlete she set boundaries. U.S. Open, Wimbledon, the French Open. She was the first African American to win all those titles in the 50s. In 1957, she was also the first African American woman to win the Associated Press's Female Athlete of the Year, in which she repeated that feat in 1958. As a member of the Commission on African American History, I'm honored to be here today for this memorable occasion and this ribbon cutting ceremony. I'd also like to present to you, in my honor, Mr. Donald Felder, all the way from South Orange, New Jersey, Ms. Gibson's cousin.
Thank you very much. First, I'd like to give thanks to God for this opportunity to be here. And Mr. Johnson, you pretty much said what I had to say. So I'm at a loss now. I'm at a loss here. But it's a great opportunity and to be here on behalf of the family. And this family is more than elated to be here for this great honor. Althea would be very pleased to know that this wonderful city that she once called home has honored her and given this complex the name of Althea Gibson. Of course, the training at Dr. Eaton's home or tennis courts, private tennis courts, catapulted Althea to be the first African-American trailblazer or to win the, I'm sorry, to break the color line in tournament tennis. A great part of her success began right here, as you said, Mr. Johnson, at the school at Williston. So on behalf of the family, we come to say thank you for bestowing this great honor upon Althea. Several weeks ago, I think about 8-10 weeks ago, her brother passed. And when I first learned of this groundbreaking right here at Empie Park, I was sent photos by Mr. Harry Brunson of Wilmington, and he told me that they would name this center the Althea Gibson Tennis Center. I immediately called her brother Daniel and asked if he could be here. Danny told me that he was ill and he didn't think that he would. So Danny passed away about 2 months ago, and I'm here basically to keep my commitment to Danny. But the family is very grateful, and this event today, the naming of this complex, keeps her memory alive. In Althea's later years in life, she sort of kept to herself. She stopped answering phone calls from family members and friends. And I think it was because she felt she wasn't recognized. She didn't get the recognition that she rightfully deserved. Well, I'm here to say today, you have recognized her. And this family, again, is very grateful. You've made it possible to keep her name and her memory alive. Today, a lot of our young people have no idea who Althea Gibson was or her accomplishments. You've sent a clear message that she is somebody. When she wrote a book many years ago, I always wanted to be somebody. Wilmington, again, you've said to her, you are somebody. So we thank you on behalf of the family, and also on behalf of the, by the way, Althea has lots of family right here in Wilmington. The Davis family, first cousins, second cousins, and we have family here from Silver, South Carolina, the home of Althea. They're right here in the audience. They've been residents of Wilmington, I think, since the 40s. It started in the 40s. Even my parents came here from Silver, South Carolina, passing through on their way and lived and worked here on their way up north to Harlem, where Althea played in the streets. She was a tomboy, and she played tennis and stickball and basketball in the streets of New York, even skipping school to play sports. But with her persistence and her stick-to-itness, she became champion, and a great champion. And we thank you. Again, this family really sincerely thank you. on behalf of the family, we will be having a painting done, an oil painting, a large oil painting that will display a very huge smile on Althea that can go here in the complex and that everyone can see her smile, and she'd be very happy for what you've done here today. So I thank everyone who've made this possible. Thank you.
Well, we're ready to cut this ribbon. And I'd like to invite the city council members and the county commissioners to please come forward. Laura, Earl, Kevin, Bobby, Bill. What's his out there? Jonathan, is Jonathan? Yeah. I also like to invite members of the Greater Wilmington Tennis Association, GTA, that's here. If you'll please come forward. Of course, members of the Althea Gibson family, if you'll please come forward. No. All right, let's cut it. Let's everybody come to the front. I have enough. Miss Davis, Dorothy Davis? Yeah, absolutely. Come on. On the count of three. 1, 2, 3. There we go. Jason, what did you call that?
I know, it makes me want
Jason, what did you call that?
I know, it makes me want to.